Scorpio, welcome back for your snippet love reading. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. Those of you who are returning, welcome back and Happy New Year. Now, as for the banner next to me, it is for the new channel that I've launched. So if you are a twin flame and you wish to join, I'm a twin flame as well as I'm a psychic reader. So if you wish to join, I do each month give away a free reading for Skype for 1 hour. And that goes the same for Yildiz readings as well. Also, with the astrology aspect of things, I will do that live. Any intuitive feelings I'm feeling for those of us collectively, as well as what's going on with the planets and the transits, so that we can use that to really navigate and use that as a gift to move forward and deal with any aspects of adversity we've got going on. Now, as for the booking, the link is below, and it is the same website for both channels. As well as I have updated the actual screensaver on the website, so you know that yes, I do govern both websites, both YouTube channels, so to speak. Now, the energy that's coming through for you guys is super interesting, and you're the only one I've really so far been guided to pull an additional card, because there's a unique energy going on. Now, as for March videos for your love aspect of things, they will be a lot longer than these snippet readings. This was mainly to get me back on my feet, running 2 channels, you know, building it back up, being prepared so I can cope with the workload. The rest of them will be longer, and potentially there is an opportunity for Vimeo where I'll do extension readings. But again, if you are wanting a booking, go through to the link and I can tune in directly to your path and what's going on with you individually, psychically. It's very different to the YouTube readings you find. And I do tune in on the day. So you needn't send me any information. You just book the reading via the website, the skull, and you'll get a notification, and from there I proceed forward. Now let's see what's going on with you. Okay, there is an energy where potentially for those of you that are on the fence, you had to start with somebody else and it didn't quite get off the ground, and that's really crowning energy right now. It might be that where you thought you were spiritually moving forward, you now feel you're slightly backwards or ready to proceed forward. Now, I'm feeling this is an aha moment, okay? It can be that your third eye has opened, your crown chakra is activated, and you're having a massive download. You're feeling in a light body frequency, and you have an epiphany as to what to do from here. Now, whatever happened in the past, now this can be in various ways in your love life, be it couple, single, or on the fence. You're understanding what you're committed to and what you're not. What you're going to be faithful to, because this card come out sideways, and this is about faithfulness. What you are and what you're not, you're going to grasp. You're going to have this download. Also, who you want to grow old with, who you don't. Who you've lost faith with and who you have faith in. Some of the energy is about you, which all of it really ultimately is. And that's the really interesting thing about 2018. Many of us were very confused with the retrogrades. We were like, why is this happening? There's got to be a bigger reason. With the retrogrades and how they were affecting our romance house, how they were affecting our health, our mindset, our conditioning, and our belief systems of ourselves, it was a full 360. And a lot of that, it's going to make complete sense now. Because who you've become after the fact is really telling you what you will and won't tolerate, who you are now. It was almost like before we were dormant and we were asleep, and now we're wide awake. I'm hearing the term wide awake. And at the heart of the matter, it may be that finances were a bugbear, and especially since you have the money card in reverse, it might have been that was blocking you from venturing in a particular direction for some of you. And that is at the heart of the matter, but you're having an epiphany about that. Now, when it does come to the money spare in your life, this is also connected to your heart chakra in many ways, with what you feel your self-worth is. This can be slightly triggered in a way that maybe a person or people made you feel less, Maybe this is why their energy is like this, especially if you're in a partnership. Their energy about abundance could be something to do with their heart chakra. And again, it can be the way in which they're communicating this or transmuting this energy towards you is quite triggered. Now, you or they feel stuck. And it's about leaving that old energy behind. There's an urn here. And in the urn is the ashes of the past. Now, the ashes of the past need to be cast aside of what didn't work, because those ashes now can be used and transmuted into manifestation potential. Anything at a financial level that's falling down or isn't working is now a new foundation to build on. Do what you will with it, so to speak, especially with your heart. Anything that was broken, anything that was a false start can be fixed, but it's up to you to work out whether you do or don't want to fix it. Some of you, there may have been, again, and the reason I'm saying this for some of you, there may have been a third party energy, because you have the priest card in reverse. You also have the sweetheart card in reverse. This can either be you're tuning into a past tense person, or with this current person, you had a connection with them and it failed and you took it back and you're trying to rebuild it. But both of you, or singularly on your own, the false start can be mishaps and conflict and, you know, the passion in a job and then it failing and it's impacting the love domain. Finances also from a mindset can be, you know, really impacting you and having to be super cautious after the fact of finances depleting. Now, March is a very different energy to January and February. January and February felt like the residue of 2018. March is moving forward in that area, and it's more the new frequency, but most of this in a transformative state is moving all the way through to 2020, where we're really cementing in and anchoring in the new way of doing things, the new age. And a lot of the transactional energies is the give and take at a non-monetary level, and how we can have transactions and interactions at a very earth-based frequency. In 2018 was quite horrendous in a transformative state, but 2019 is very anchored in energy. That's not to say we won't have triggers and transformations. Now, a full cycle is reaching, as well as a new one is beginning. And what you do with that new cycle is completely up to you. Be it with a new person, be it with a current person, be it returning to a past, it's all up to you. There are infinite potentials and there's infinite ways this could go about. But the key to it is completely staying grounded. It's also about committing to something wholeheartedly without the fear that you're going to go back into the sorrow energy. Some of you may be feeling on a manifestation level you have lacked luck. Some of you also might be thinking back to a spiritual connection, be it the person you're with or a previous person, coupled or singled again, however this relates, but a previous way of doing things and a previous feeling and vibration. Some of you also may have chosen not to go down that road. Others of you want the other party perhaps to put work into the situation, and you do still feel love. So it's really a time frame in which you're going to be deciding what to do from here. And again, it is one of those months that it can be quite triggered and agitated. Now, some of you are choosing to walk away because there is a lack of hope in it. It could also be the argument that you're, look at that funky thing. Some of you are actually choosing to just walk away from it. Others of you are letting the argument die. I'm just going to leave it going funky. Look at that. It's like a door handle, right? You will gain inspiration through this process. Okay. I don't know where the sun's position is, obviously in the sky, but there's an energy of sun frequency. Now, the inspiration coming through is going to help with the blessings and the gifts and the downloads. as well as looking at this in a very playful manner. Some of you may have children and you're considering your young children, especially the feminine energies. Others of you also may choose to block out any white noise to really have some quiet time and meditate about the aftermath or where to go from here. But I do feel as though you are going to get more downloads of how you directly do feel. Now, we do have the total lunar eclipse on the 20th and we have the partial on the 6th. So I am feeling that for those of you who are moving through the moon energy, it is really going to help you in a sense of having these downloads and aha moments. And through that cycle, I feel the clarity will come. It doesn't necessarily have to come from the person. For some of you, it can be coming from the person, but that's slightly delayed. Any additional messages? I'll pull one more card. And then I will see you later during the month. So I do monthlies and mid-monthlies. Later it may increase, but definitely by March the readings will be extended. And they'll be a lot longer and more in depth. More on their side, your side. I said one card and I pulled 3. So you may have 3 potential pathways. One in which you feel there's no consistency. One in which you're hoping to gain communication from. And the other in which you totally have fallen out of connection with. Now, it might be 3 times, you know, where the movement within one particular direction come. If you are waiting for your fortune to change, yes, it will if you're wishing to reconcile with a person who you had 3 in and outs with. Others of you, there's 3 direct paths. One lacks consistency. The other one requires communication on your side or theirs. And the other path is no longer fulfilling. Love and light.